Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. Do we have any out of the ordinary plugs this week?
Happy birthday month to me. Happy October. Happy birthday month to me.
I believe it's still September, but it's right on the cusp.
Why would it still be September?
It's the 27th.
You said, you said the last one was like the 29th or whatever.
No, the 20th of the 9th.
It's the week that October starts.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday month to me when October starts.
Yeah.
Big birthday energies. Feel free to send me a lovely message.
Yes. Yes. And then the usual plugs. If you want to support the podcast, the best way you can do that is by sharing, liking, subscribing to the channel, or to your podcatcher of choice. If you want to go above and beyond and get some merch or some homebrew, we do have the Redbubble and the Patreon. The Patreon also gets you early access to all our episodes, as well as homebrew and character notes, or session notes, sorry. It may have character notes in the future once the campaign is done and dusted and we decide, okay, these are things that didn't necessarily come up but might be cool for people to know. But although there are the early campaign character profiles up there as well. Anyway, without any further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. So, where we last left off, the party had a tricky start to their time navigating through the wilds. But the evening somewhat made up for that, in that rather than sleeping on the hard workshop ground, Bertie brought out his magnificent mansion spell to give the party a much more comfortable rest. And then Bertie and Caius went on a date within the mansion, with Ross playing kind of distraction for the rest of the party, keeping them away. And the two of them spoke about their feelings for each other, and we ended the episode with a kiss between the two of them. So, we pick up roughly from there. So, is there anything over the course of that evening that folks want to do? Or are we going to jump straight to the next morning?
I do need to just check something with you, Darby.
Yes.
I've just noticed that the thing I was wanting to do consumes a component worth 200 GP. Just want to check availability of said item. I need powdered diamond worth at least 200 GP. Is that something
Rust
that
can give you
could
that.
have procured along his travels?
Jake, may I remind you that Newman, while believing he is poor, is canonically a very, very rich man.
Yes,
It is probably not outside of the realm of possibility that he just has diamond powder.
It's whether or not he... Yeah. I'd say you'd have some diamond powder as part of, like, your initial stores in the workshop. And I don't think anything you've made thus far with the workshop supplies has required diamond powder.
How much do you reckon he has?
I'd say probably about 500 gold worth of diamond powder all up.
Alright. Cool. Alright, cool. So, Newman will finish painting his welcome mat.
Okay.
But he will then sprinkle a whole bunch.
I know what you're making now.
He will sprinkle a bunch of diamond dust onto the welcome mat. But he will place incense there, but not light it just yet. Okay. He will then step outside of the workshop door and measure 10 feet.
Okay.
And he will mark a line where 10 feet is.
Okay.
He will then walk back inside. Oh, is anyone watching this, by the way?
I was just about to say, while all this is happening, Ross is going to lean over to Sam and just be like, don't worry, this is normal. He does this all the time.
Then Newman will walk back inside of his workshop and he will light the incense, causing a spell to activate. He will also, at the same time, infuse this welcome mat with a spell of alarm. Now, this welcome mat is now a glyph of warding, by the way, and will store the spell alarm. The condition of the activation of the glyph of warding will be anyone who approaches it within a... It doesn't specify a distance. It just says right here, Darby.
So it depends on whether you're going with explosive runes or a spell glyph.
It goes with runes.
Okay, so when triggered, the glyph erupts with magical energy.
Sorry, did I say I meant spell glyph. Sorry.
Okay,
so it's storing the alarm spell, and it says here that
yeah, spell stored.
It says here, for glyphs inscribed within an object. The most common triggers include opening the object, approaching within a certain distance of the object, which is the particular one he wants to use. Okay. How far will you let me do that?
If the spell affects an area, the area is centered on the creature that triggers the spell.
I'm happy just to be like somewhat realistic and go 30, 20 feet.
Alarm is a weird one to do with the glyph of warding.
The wording of alarm says you, so I'm assuming me, not the caster. It says you.
More so that you could basically just set it up, and the alarm is there
on the inside of the workshop.
Yeah, so
not on the outside.
You can set it up at a wider perimeter.
Just let me do this for the time being. Yeah. Just let me do this for the time being. So we'll make the radius 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, and he will also give it the condition that it does not activate for anyone who has entered the workshop previously.
Okay.
So anyone who has entered Newman's workshop will not trigger it. When approaching it within 30 feet, anyone who has not will trigger it. It will trigger the alarm spell, which will then notify Newman. It will use a silent alarm.
Okay.
Just to specify. Then Newman will slide it 9 feet outside of the workshop.
Okay.
Just 1 foot away from the line he made earlier, and then he will stealthily brush the line away. He now has a welcome mat out the front of our workshop. Which, it's just a welcome mat to anyone who has not been privy to this wonderful sight.
Alright.
And that's it. He'll dust off his hands and he'll walk back inside.
Alright.
For anyone wondering why he was measuring the 10 feet, if it's moved any further than 10 feet away from its original activation, then it then becomes defunct. So...
Anya, Anya's probably had Rook explaining to her what the fuck is happening? Because she can just hear Newman shuffling back and forth. And once Newman sort of very proud of himself goes back inside, she's going to lean over to Ross and by proxy Sam and just be like, I understand that that is meant to warn us if someone approaches, tries to enter, but is it not, well, maybe a little bit curious in the middle of the forest to find a welcome mat just around?
I mean, you can find anything in the Warding Wilds. I think he's trying to reverse psychology them, you know?
I mean, I guess.
That would... I think it's a brilliant idea. Sam?
I mean, it's a good idea. How much diamond dust does he have if he's going to try to do this every night?
It's best not to ask where Newman gets his supplies. It's a weird and wonderful system he has. I'd mostly just come in here to read and occasionally help.
Okay.
So everyone was watching that, apparently.
It seems that except
Everyone was out to
yeah, except for Bertie and Caius, who are on their date, I believe.
Yeah, what else are we gonna do? You all got bored of Zip Zap Zop.
So I guess I'll explain a little further as to what Newman looked like. If anyone has ever seen Rowan Atkinson play the character Mr. Bean, and Mr. Bean solves a certain puzzle, that's what Newman looked like. Very proud of every minute action he performed, with a very satisfactory like. So that's exactly, lots of arm waving around, very precise sliding, very exaggerated, and then proudly dusts himself off, looked at a couple people proudly as he walked over to Bertie's magnificent mansion, because none of you prompted him what the F he did. So to him, you all do not understand what just happened. That is a welcome mat.
So he starts walking towards the mansion.
And successfully does so unless someone stops it.
Ross immediately zooms across and stands in front of the door like casually leaning, like, "Hey, buddy!
Oh, hey.
What do you need from in here?"
Well, I haven't actually had a good look around. And he leans in. Bertie's mentioned there was a trampoline. I want to go find it.
Yes. Yes. There is a trampoline, but it's broken.
What?
It broke. Bertie actually imagined it broken. Really?
Why would Bertie suggest it to me after making it, saying that I should try it out for it to be broken? Bertie isn't really the prankster type. That's
I don't
usually...
think it was a prank. I think his mind just, he has a lot happening right now, so, it probably just slipped his mind. He must have just forgotten,
No, you know what? That's fine. He turns around and walks away, picking up a tool bag, and then rushes back. I'll just fix it.
No. She has both arms out. I don't think that's gonna work because it's technically in Bertie's head, right?
Yeah, but everything in there should be physical within the realm. And he just rummages through his tool bag. I have springs. And he pulls out springs and springs. I have so many springs, more than enough. I could probably just make my own trampoline in there if I really wanted to, but I want to try that trampoline.
Maybe you could make your own trampoline out here, since that one is Bertie's one.
I think they gave me permission for a reason to use it. I feel like it would be inhospitable. What's the word? I would be a bad guest for not trying something the host specifically requested me to do.
Okay. Okay. Newman,
Yes?
may I have a private word with you about the trampoline?
Is it broken that bad? What? Is there a secret? Sure.
Come over here. Come over here. Russ, leads him into the furthest corner away from everyone else.
Yeah, we're in the fetal position corner.
Yep.
I'm so confused right now.
Okay. I haven't wanted to tell you this because there's so much going on and these two had to take it in their own time. You cannot go in there because Bertie and Caius are currently on what I assume is a date. And I feel like, no offense, you boinging around on a trampoline might spoil whatever mood Caius is going for here.
The second you mentioned date, Newman's eyes sharpened. I need to see this. Where are they?
No, you absolutely do not. Newman.
Get the trampoline.
No, why do you need to see them on a date?
You don't?
No, I don't want to know what they do.
Anya on the other side of the room is covering her mouth to stop herself from laughing. If Sam or Rook ask at all what she is laughing at, she just starts shaking her head because she physically cannot speak from how hard she is trying to stifle this laughter.
Newman, I think we should just give them their privacy, Not everyone needs to be given engagement rings after they kill a god together.
Okay. I have a compromise.
What?
I won't go in there.
Not Zoot Suit. Not Zoot Suit.
Zoot Suit will not go in there.
Oh no.
What's the compromise then, Newman?
Newman brings out the scrying ball.
No!
That's not what I was expecting, but worse.
Newman!
Do you know how long I've been waiting for this?
What? When I brought it up last year, you were like, no, they definitely need to, take their time. And, no. Ross is actually doing a perfect impression.
They have taken.
Okay. Yes, and it's private.
Do you know how happy it would make me to see them happy and expressing their feelings? Something I have tried to encourage both of them to do for quite some time now. I want to see the fruits of my labor, the fruits of their labor. I want to see this. This will be beautiful. And if we wait, I don't know how it could turn out. This might be a brief blossom, only for it to then wilt away. I hope that's not the case. But do I dare risk not seeing this?
This is, Newman, it's an invasion of privacy. What if they're, kissing?
All right, another compromise.
Okay, one note. The crystal ball of true seeing, you are not currently attuned to it, I believe.
Surely it just works. It's in Bertie's chloral dimension. Human wills it.
I mean, you could be attuned to it if you wanted to unattune from something else.
Yeah, I like everything I have right now.
You need to get that one extra level of artificer.
Okay. How about this? How long have you all been in here? Because I've been painting this welcome mat for quite some time.
We probably came out here about 10, 20 minutes after you started. It's been over an hour at this point. But it could have taken Caius most of that time just to work up the courage to even talk to Bertie.
Very true. I see your point. I will wait very patiently at this door.
At the door?
At the door. For 45 minutes. And then I'm going on that trampoline.
No, Newman. Newman.
Question
Puts
for
his hand out
Bertie.
for a handshake.
Does Newman have to pass through the room that you and Caius are in to access the trampoline room?
I have no idea. To be honest.
And if I just so happen to see something in my travels, so be it. I will not invade. I will not be weird about it.
You're kind of being weird about it right now.
I said I will not. I am. But I will not then after 45 minutes.
What if instead we give them a little more time and we wait because eventually we all have to go to bed. So I assume at some point one of them will message one of us to say that, we can go to bed. Or mayhaps we'll just have to sneak through because maybe they'll just be so happy talking to one another that they'll forget we all exist. And isn't that just a nice thing to know? I just don't want to imagine the look on Bertie's face if he looks up and he sees you bouncing on a trampoline while he's trying to hold hands with Caius.
I feel like that's pretty normal, but look. Okay. I have nothing else up my sleeve.
Sam says, there will be other nights for the trampoline.
You were listening?
You're not that far from us.
I was expecting some sort of suspension of disbelief, Samuel.
Yeah, that works on the stage, not so much in real life.
How about this, Newman? This is a compromise. In 45 minutes, one of us, we can boulder parchment cheers for it. One of us can message either Bertie or Caius asking if you can go on the trampoline room, and then you can see them happy.
I wanted to volunteer as tribute, but I cannot do that, so...
You have the rings.
Oh, yes! Oh my god, it's been so long. I volunteer as tribute. I'll do the message in 45 minutes.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So some time passes. And
Ross just sits on the ground with her head in her hands.
Bertie and Caius, assuming you have the channel open. Do you have the channel open? That's something.
I think Bertie would have turned his off, but I don't know if Caius does. Ever does.
Caius continues to forget that he can turn it off.
Okay.
And if it is off, he will forget to turn it on. So it's just a matter of if someone turned it off for him or if someone turned it on for him the last time it was touched.
So Caius, you eventually, in this evening with Bertie, hear the voice of Newman in your head. What do you say, Newman?
So, how's it going, guys? Hope all is well. Can we come in?
Oh, you're using sending.
Oh,
a sending
right,
charge? If you're intending to use a sending charge, then both of you, if you use all three charges, both of them hear it.
Yeah. Otherwise, Newman can just talk normally through their messenger.
Yeah, I'll just talk normally then. Yeah.
In which case, everyone with it on hears it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
So Caius hears it.
This. So, guys, how's it going? Hope everyone is doing well. We're totally not just, being very eager to come back in and, see the place and the happenings and
Anya
certain
sighs
people and
her heaviest sigh into the message rings and is like, Newman wants to know whether he can come in and use the trampoline.
Yes. The trampoline, yes. Where is that, by the way?
There's a pause as Caius turns to Bertie as they're kind of sitting next to each other. I assume probably holding hands with one hand and then eating cake with the other.
Best way to do it, obviously.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Interspersed conversation as well. And then Caius will sort of stop mid-sentence and his eyes will kind of cross haphazardly as someone is talking in his ear.
You okay? Something go down the wrong way?
No, sorry. Newman was talking to us. Did you get that as well?
Oh no, I turned my earrings off. What does he want?
Newman, hello, it's Caius.
Hello, Caius. It's Newman.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. What did you say?
Well, first off, how's it all going? Secondly, where's the trampoline? Thirdly, can we come in? Fourth,
Caius.
I know nothing.
Caius, this is Anya. Can you hear me?
Oh, now Anya's talking. Hello, Anya, this is Caius.
Hi, Caius. Can you ask Bertie if Newman can come in and use the trampoline? Please.
Hold on just a moment. Bertie.
Uh-huh.
Wow, it just got very crowded in my head. Newman and Anya would like to know if Newman can come inside and use a trampoline.
Oh.
I think they're outside.
That would make sense, yes. Yes.
Right. Well,
okay. Well, yeah. There should be. If you want, if you're okay with that.
Well, I mean, they're staying here tonight, so probably should. Sorry. Hello, Newman and Anya. It's Caius again.
Yes, hello, this is
Caius.
Newman, and Anya's here as well.
Hello. Can you give me just a moment?
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Right. And he's going to go back over to Bertie and say,
Uh-huh.
Thank you for tonight. It was very nice to have a chat.
Yeah, no, it was. They said something. It's good to have a chat. Yeah, for sure.
I would love to have another chat again later.
Later, just do life in general, or later tonight?
Oh, well, I mean, if there's more that we'd need to talk about, I mean, I guess we could talk more.
It's not so much needing to talk about, it's if you want to talk more. You know.
Well, I mean, I can talk more,
Yeah?
I guess.
We can, yeah. I think there's a lot to talk about. If you want to.
Yes. No. Sorry, Anya and Newman. Just one. It's Caius again. Just one more moment. I'll be with you shortly. Okay. Yes. No. I think that would be nice.
Good. Good. Are you comfortable with them all coming in now?
I think so.
Can I kiss you again?
Yes.
Excellent. And Bertie will this whole time as well, he had little flower spots, but then more and more have just been popping up all through his hair. And then he kind of because he's very short, he gets on his little tippy toes, he grabs Caius by the lapels, and then he gets him to incline his head down and he kisses him on the forehead. And then he we'll go let them in. And if you want to talk more, we can go upstairs later.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds
whatever.
good.
Yeah. Let's go see how they're going. Quick question.
Yes.
Do you want them to know or not? Because I'm fine with either.
Well, I mean,
Well, actually, that's a presumptuous question. You don't quite know yet, but I'm fine with that.
Well, I mean, I would be happy with either as long as we're both happy, I guess. I mean, we can tell everyone, or I'm sure if it is the direction that we want to go, I'm sure we can keep something like this a secret from everyone. No one will find out. But that's up to you if you want to.
Hey, I don't want to keep it a secret, but if you do, it's fine. And we don't have to use any kinds of words yet, anyway. Like is nice.
Okay.
Go say hi to him.
Right.
We can talk through all that later on tonight. He gives him a wink. Let's go let them in. I'm sure Newman's probably scratching the door right now.
Right.
All right.
Caius will toddle over to the door, fling it open, and say, "Who wants cake?"
All right. And I think that'll be the end point for the evening. And you all rest and chat and bounce. And Newman, you are awakened in the morning by a ding 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 sound.
Was anyone on watch?
Yeah, Anya was doing different watches throughout the night.
Throughout the night?
Yeah, at 4 different points of the night, because she was breaking up her.
Okay.
I did say this last episode.
Yeah.
She was breaking up her because of the everything.
Yeah, you would have heard some stuff, but nothing getting too close.
Okay.
Not while you were out on watch.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Well, then, yeah, absolutely. Newman immediately uses the ring to wake everyone up.
So anyone who has their channels on.
He'll quickly say, "There's someone at the door. Not us. I'm going now. Wake anyone up who can't hear this," and rushes to the door of his workshop. Does he say anything?
So, you are greeted to the sight of the largest dragon you have seen in your life to this point.
And it made it into my workshop?
No, I was...
The alarm is outside.
Outside of the workshop?
Yeah, specifically outside. However, I just wanted to make sure it was not in the workshop,
It's
because
not
that is currently where he is chilling in there.
It's not inside the workshop.
Okay, cool.
It is kind of just outside the workshop, peering in curiously.
Human stealth.
Roll me a stealth check. So this is in the moment that you see it, you do make note. It is incredibly large, and is blue and has a massive bone-colored horn protruding out the tip of its nose.
What color was it again?
Blue.
Can Newman maybe recall typical dragon alignments? He has dealt with a gold and I believe a black and
you've dealt with a blue in passing before, though it was one that was kind of a bounty rather than strict adherence. Blue, roll me an Arcana check.
Before I do, stealth was a natural 20 for a total of 38.
Of course it was.
Newman exits reality.
He opens his own temporary plane where all is invisible. And his Arcana...
Newman's stealth is higher than Anya's, and I'm upset.
He rolled a 24 for Arcana.
Okay. So blue dragons tend to be on the more... They tend to be more selfish. What classical alignment would attribute to evil, but they also tend to be more cunning and lawful in the way that they go about their acquisitions, and they tend to prefer. They tend to enjoy corrupting societies, and oftentimes will. Some are said to even collect sentient creatures in a way, not directly, but create sort of partnerships and those kinds of patronages with them, so that they have these sentient creatures essentially in their pockets, so to speak, so that they can use them to kind of pull strings and exert their will upon society.
So, point of note, if Newman were to use the earrings, does he have to talk with his voice, or can he talk with
he does not. It can be purely with his mind.
Okay. He's going to look behind and see if anyone else is making their way out of the mansion. What is everyone else doing? Post him sending that message.
Hearing that there would be some form of threat, Caius is coming out with armor and is beginning to saddle up Theodore.
Yeah, Anya would have very quickly grabbed all of her things, which she generally will have put together anyway, for a quick sort of, especially because she only trances. So she's probably at the door with Newman.
He will make a point that once he gets there and he sees how big this thing is, and upon knowing that it's a possible enemy, will gesture to just don't come near where he is. Point of order. What about Ross and Rook and other NPC?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sam.
Yeah. Sorry,
Sam and Rook will make their way down.
All right. He will use.
Yeah, Ross would have woken up Sam because he's not on the earrings.
Yeah.
Would he have turned his channel on after their date?
Depends. I presume he would have been woken up regardless, in one way or another.
Caius probably would have woken him up.
Yeah.
Caius did wake him up.
Yeah. So there we go. So he'll be running on after him, but he's like he's kind of like slinging his armor on, but he's like slower because he has shorter legs.
Yeah, so we all would have been coming down, but yeah, as soon as Newman would have made any gesture to stop, Ross would have stopped about like 15 feet back.
All right.
And just waited.
So Newman will use the earrings to say, not with his voice, but with his mind, that there is the biggest dragon he has ever seen outside, currently peeking into his workshop, that it is a blue dragon, and might give a brief rundown as to why that's a bad thing. A very brief explanation of what Darby said earlier. And then asking for some form of direction, because he has no idea. He is clueless right now. He expected an animal, a beast, person, not a dragon, and we are confined in a very small space currently with it at the bottleneck. And us currently being in a plane at the moment, with the source of the plane on the outside, we could be easily taken outside. If Dragon knows what it's looking at, and that we are in here. He raises his arms very slowly.
Well, that's not great, honestly.
Do we want to attempt to... This is all on the earrings. Do we want to attempt to see what it wants? If it is dangerous?
I believe a few of us speak Draconic, and I would rather avoid a fight if we can, because we are at a disadvantage right now.
Okay. Looks around the group like whoever can speak Draconic and has good people skills.
I can speak
Anya
Draconic, but I do
puts her
not have
hands
good
up
people.
and walks backwards in a like I'm not good for this way.
Caius will very slowly raise his hand.
Can you speak Draconic?
I can.
Are you happy to try this?
I don't know what to say, but I can definitely give it a go.
You're very charming and usually know what to say in very, very dire situations. And you're very good at speeches. I'll also lend you a hand if I can. Are we okay with Caius doing this? But we'll all be nearby if anything turns sour.
I don't think any... I suspect he's the only one who can speak Draconic amongst us.
Sam's not on the earrings. Sam has no idea what's going on.
Earring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Rook says that. I
How
don't...
do you like my Sam impression?
I think it's real good.
Well, I don't know if any of us speaks Draconic, do we? Except for Caius. Unless Sam does. Do you know Ross?
No, as far as I know, he only speaks Common.
Apologies, I thought Newman could speak it, but it was Dwarvish and I'm partially dyslexic, so... So let's go with sure. So Newman will go up to Caius and cast Enhance Ability, and will give him Eagle's Splendor, which will give him advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
Okay.
Bertie will. At that point, he probably will like pat her, be like to stay next to her, like, "Hey, do you want to do this?"
I'm sure it will be fine.
You want me to come with?
I don't know if that would be wise, but if you can... I think I should try and speak with this thing. If everyone can be ready, just in case it doesn't.
Can anyone cast spells to protect the mind? Specifically, wisdom.
Anya, she has like a moment where she's where she's sort of thinking over what she has, and no, I thought she did, but she doesn't. And she's like, I have something that can help if things go wrong. So I will keep an ear out, and I will protect you as best I can.
Very well.
Our only other option is that we wait and do nothing. And hope it goes away.
I mean, we're just asking what it wants. Hopefully it's nothing to do with us.
As far as I'm aware, it doesn't know we're here. It's merely interested in what it's looking at.
Then do we just wait? Or do I say that we're not worth eating and we're just friends who are traveling through? Or I'm on my own.
In my experience, dragons live a long time, and they are patient. We do not know how long this dragon will be here.
Right. Well,
We're right behind you guys.
I know. And Caius is going to just sort of look over at Bertie and just give like a half smile.
He nods and smiles back.
And
then taps his temple with a wand very surreptitiously. His own temple, yeah. Sorry. And
then Caius will brush himself off. He's going to quickly go up to Theodore and remove the cloth protective sheath that's over the lance, which is mounted to Theodore. Tighten up the saddle and have the reins kind of loosely hanging on the left side. And give him a playful little scratch underneath the neck.
Okay.
Alright. Time to go and talk to a dragon, I guess. Well, what a lovely morning, beautiful rest. And he's going to slam the door shut and wander out. And still in the workshop area, he's going to sort of walk up to where this dragon is, I'm assuming, looking through a window or something or other. Oh.
Curiously looking through,
Hello?
like, yeah.
In common. Hello. Well, hello. Oh, that's,
Hello.
And then he'll swap over Cornic. Can you... Hi, can I help you?
I was curious.
Is this in common still?
The introduction was in common, and then Caius switched over to Draconic to speak with the dragon. I
Considering
assume this is all in Draconic.
seeing as you opened with common, he's probably going to continue with common.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, well, no, Caius continues to walk, and he's sort of next to the door, just looking out the window, like, hi. Is there anything I can do to sate your curiosity?
Lord Silvius, I presume.
My apologies, you have me at a loss.
Roll me a
What
deception
might
check.
your name be? Oh no, that's
no,
like,
you. Okay.
yeah, what's your name?
I'm one, Borax Taraka. But you can call me Borax.
Borax. Well, what a fascinating name for a fascinating creature. Forgive me, I've not seen very many dragons in my time.
You fear me, don't you?
Well, I mean, you're incredibly large. There is definitely
as he laughs there's like a crackle of lightning in the back of his mouth.
Oh. Well.
You need not.
I would like not to.
You see, you may hold a key to something that I seek.
This does not appear to be a chance meeting, does it?
It does not.
And you believe that we can be beneficial to one another, yes?
Oh, very much so.
What do I think of that?
Roll me an insight check.
Newman did give a brief explanation on the dragon's nature as well, if that helps.
Perfect. 5.
Seems great. Like this dragon comes offering a deal that's mutually beneficial. Like they clearly have your best interest at heart.
Well,
There's nothing suspicious about this dragon at all.
so how can we help one another?
I have long apprentice under one of the Dread Magisters. I have heard word that some have come to dethrone them. I have no real care of the petty squabblings of the Arcadians and the Karasis. What I do care about is power and knowledge. And in that regard, a vile blight is a well-run tribe to me. But they do have something. That I would very much like to have in my possession.
Interesting. Well, I mean, as I'm sure you are aware, we are but simple travelers. But of course, if we happen to find some form of item that can benefit you, what would we be looking for?
Lies within Vileblight's hoard. A diadem. Great power. I want it. And I would happily aid you in seeking this out. I have forms I can take to obscure my form to my master's eye.
Well, I mean, that would be beneficial because you are quite large. In a magnificent sense, of course. Okay, so we get a diadem for you, and you aid us in what capacity?
You're trying to reach New Arcadia, are you not?
Caius kind of blanks for a second. And if we are?
Well, it is no skin off of my bones, if you are. But I may have a shortcut for you.
Well, a shortcut would be helpful, I presume.
Of course. There are very few who have the power to simply teleport into New Arcadia. There are powerful wards on the city. I suspect you already, on some level, know this. Why else would you try to access the city through the wilds?
Ah, yes, of course you are very wise to know why we are traveling through this area. If it means anything, he's bluffing. He didn't know that's why we were going through the forest.
Okay. There are some who have the capabilities and are entrusted with means to teleport in and out of the city.
That would be beneficial if you could point us in the right direction of them. We will be on our way.
I can do one better. I can take you there myself.
Oh.
And all I need is the promise of that diadem.
Well, I mean, and he sort of chooses a couple of words and takes a lot of pauses, and while he's doing that, he's desperately looking back at everyone else, like, thumbs up, thumbs down, like, what are we looking at here?
Anya,
Oh yeah, whoops, sorry. Everyone else aside from Anya sees Caius doing the thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, well, Anya would have heard it anyway.
Okay.
Not like the thumbs up, thumbs down, but would have heard the offer. And she sort of turns to Ross, Newman, and Rook, and she's like, it will make our journey quicker. And we are on a time limit. It's your call. Some risks are worth it, but...
Ross looks momentarily incredibly panicked and then completely schools her expression and just says, whatever we want to do, I will follow.
Newman turns to Rook and uses the earpiece because he doesn't really want to give our presence away. Or maybe he'll cast message to Rook to ask is it possible to get in normally the way we're doing it? Or is this the far better option? You've been there.
But I don't know.
You might have seen what it looks like.
I don't know what magics they're claiming to have. But... if... it must be possible. Even if it's... surely the wizards have some way of going back home.
Alright, and one last question I'll ask Darby. Has Newman heard of a powerful diadem? Is there a particular one that everyone knows? It is a piece of equipment after all.
I would say it's too vague to... like, there are many powerful diadems.
A Karasi one?
Would Ross?
Again, there are many powerful diadems.
Would Sam?
No, because this, like, he wouldn't know the particular one because he didn't work so much with Fireblight.
Okay, and yeah, because Sam can't hear us over the earrings, how does Sam look? Because Sam might even know this person.
There is no recognition in Sam's face. Sam is going to cast message probably to Ross. Say, I don't know what discussions are going on in your kind of mental channels, but there are methods such as Borax describes. I was not privy to access them, but I was aware of them.
Ross's reply to Sam is just, fuck, very emphatically. And then she'll say, over the channel, so Sam's heard of the magic, he was never allowed to use it.
Alright, so Newman will then just stare very seriously at Ross and say, the mission comes first.
It does.
With the earpieces.
Yeah. And again, Ross just looks like her face just cracks for a second. She just looks so upset. She said, it does. It does. She's gonna look at Newman, and then whenever he does, she'll give Caius a thumbs up.
Cool, and yeah, Newman will say over the earrings, just so that maybe Caius doesn't have to look, go ahead.
Okay. So the whole time that conversation has been going on, Caius has been talking in sort of half sentences going, oh, well, I mean, it's obviously a wonderful offer. I would need to really think it over. I mean, there are other things that we might have looked at doing in the forest beforehand, and then he'll get the thumbs up and go, but I'm sure we can put all those to the side. I think that's a good idea. I thank you for your assistance.
How very wonderful. Prepare yourselves. I will be out here when you are ready.
Well, he knows we're here, so...
Right. Okay, well, thank you. We will be just a moment. Caius will back away, returning to the group, and just sort of like exhale. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm very glad he spoke common, because I've already forgotten half of that.
You did good, Caius. But he knows we're here. I want to go talk to him now. Any objections?
I mean, if you want to go, you might as well.
Sure. Newman storms out. Alright, Borax, how do we know this isn't an ambush? What guarantees can you make us? How do we know as soon as we teleport there we're not going to be surrounded and then we've literally delivered ourselves to the wizards? What guarantees can you give us?
I can give you no guarantees, but the fact that you need my magic as much as I desire your assistance.
Exactly. So we will help you as much as we can, and you will help us as much as you can.
Of course.
I'm sure there are numerous places you can teleport us in the city. You would know which places would be the most heavily guarded and which ones might not be the heavily guarded. Surely you could teleport us perhaps close to the city, but not inside. Perhaps there is more you can do, and perhaps there is more that we could provide. Because I'll put it right now, I'm not comfortable with this deal as is right now.
What would you suggest?
How far are you willing to help us? You're obviously going to get power with this diadem. You might not need the wizards after that.
As I said to your human friend, I have no cares for the squabblings between the Carassies and the Arcadians. Their whole empire could topple for all I care.
You mentioned perhaps one of the wizards over there is your master. Do they have control of you? Do they have sway over your actions?
No, I have been apprenticed to them.
And say if you turned on them?
Then I would lose nothing. I have learned all I can from Fireblight.
So let's say you give us insight. You teleport us. You help us fight. That would sweeten the deal for us. Is there anything else you'd like us to provide? We've already made the promise of the diadem. But frankly, I don't sit right with that.
I am to help you, and you want that much aid. Then I will first claim upon Vileblight's hoard.
And now this is just from Jake's own memory. Vile Blight isn't something familiar to me. Is that one of the wizard's names?
Yes.
Is that an area?
That's one of the Dread Magisters, Vile Blight,
yes.
the Undying.
Yeah. I'm guessing the diadem is in their possession. I'm guessing
Yes.
there's something else then.
There are a great many treasures within Vile Blight's hoard. And you are welcome to whatever I do not claim. But if you expect me to be an active participant, then that is a trade-off. I will take first claim on whatever I desire from the hoard.
Newman says over the earpiece. That sounds good to me. This could be invaluable. We get invaluable insight. We get assistance in the fight. And the only way he gets what he wants is if Vile Blight gives it away or if he's taken down. That's a guarantee. Newman is walking around pondering, doing the old finger gun underneath the chin.
So, what will it be, Tinkerer?
To anyone listening, that sounded like it was going to be a yes, unless there's any opposition. But he is going to act on behalf of the party if there are any conflicts.
Anya, over the channel, she says, "It's your home, human. It's your choice."
I don't want any treasure from that hoard. Borax can take it.
Whatever is left, the people of that city might need it.
That is a good point.
And we will deal with that after we deal with the wizards. That's my belief right now. We're here to stop the war. This could create future problems, but not a war. One more condition. More question. You intend to use these for yourself, but will this be at the expense of the Arcadian people? Will these be at the expense of the Karasi people?
I have my purposes. The diadem will not cause harm.
But these other things that you want?
I have no clear knowledge of what currently lies within the hoard. Beyond the diadem.
Quick insight check on that one.
Certainly.
Absolutely. That is an 11. It's bordering a 17.
Seems to be fairly honest.
We have a deal.
How?
Sorry, what were you going to say? Yeah,
No,
I mean, I've
nothing.
already said it. Sorry. Yeah. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Prepare your thing. Take you as soon as you are ready.
You promised insight. What can you provide right now? Where will you teleport us? What should we expect? You knew we were coming. That means that they might know we're coming.
Indeed. I can take you to my lair. It is currently subsect of vile blights there, but it is significant enough to be separate, to get us, get you into the city should you need to, or to go straight for the prize if you would prefer.
We go to your lair. Personally, I'd prefer to go to the outside of your lair. I know a dragon's lair can be a dangerous place.
Indeed it can.
And if we need to call on you, it should be fairly obvious when our attack begins. But if we were to need to call upon you, how?
He summons... He flicks his hand and summons a horn that is similar to the horn of Silent Alarm. But this one aesthetically very much resembles his kind of nose horn, just with a mouthpiece to blow into.
This will summon me, or at least let me know that I am wanted.
Just remember our deal.
Oh, I certainly will.
Yeah, he takes it. And what's the time right now?
It's probably getting to early mid-morning.
Is that enough time for the people who had exhaustion to be rid of their exhaustion?
Yes.
Awesome. Spell
long
slots
rest.
to come back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Give us a moment to collect our things, and we will be out.
Okay.
He will do a quick check around as far as he can see to see if there's anything else outside. The alarm didn't. Oh, I guess the alarm can't tell me how many people. It just says there is a presence. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, cool. He's gonna go back and talk to the party. We have his assistance. We have his knowledge. We have a promise to provide for. This gives us an advantage and takes the risk of the wilds out of it. I feel like I've done the best I can to mitigate any issues, and Caius pretty much paved the way for me. If there's anything else you guys need to say it now, because we're about to probably gonna have to keep quiet for quite some time.
Good job, Newman.
And Caius? I wasn't game to go out there.
Yeah, it's interesting you sent Caius out. No, you both did a good job.
You'll notice that Newman's knees are like freaking out. His armor doesn't make noise, but it's rattling because they're hitting each other. It's like as soon as he got out of the view from that dragon, he basically became limp.
Ross will hold his hand for a minute, just squeeze it. And then we'll just kind of silently nod. And go and get ready.
Yeah. Mort Newman will have his 9-course breakfast. No, he'll just scoff down some food, jump on the trampoline. No, probably doesn't have time for that. And yeah, basically just gather up everything he needs out of the workshop and wait for the rest of the party.
Okay.
If there's any spells that anyone needs to cast, again, now's the time.
Anya, when everyone is gathering their things, because she, just keeps a lot of her stuff on her, and when she thought there was trouble, she grabbed everything. She waits at the door, very warily, and just keeps her ear out as everyone's getting ready, and she's just silent, almost sort of contemplative.
Okay. Rook, once ready, will probably stand beside you.
Caius had all his stuff pretty much packed and ready to go. He was mostly fully clad in armor when he went out to talk to the dragon anyway. And he spent a little bit of time kind of pacing back and forth, maybe a couple of minutes or so, and then he took a couple of deep breaths and calmed down and began to just sort of check over the equipment on himself and on Theodore. Make sure that Theodore is well fed and is very calm. And we'll wait for everyone else to come out.
Cool. And Bertie will, after getting all of his stuff ready, will kind of pass her over to. He'll look at Anya, be like, in a moment, and then, like mentally to himself, and then he'll start over to Caius, and just stand next to him while he's while he's looking over Theodore. And he's like, "Hey,
hi.
You did a good job there, but that wasn't a good thing. How are you feeling?"
Well, I feel alright, I think. I talked to a dragon. That's new.
It's pretty cool.
Yes, and more excitedly, it spoke back and didn't try and kill us.
That is a bonus.
I'll be honest, is one up on our last dragon.
That is definitely true, yes. I'm just gonna say, I'm a little bit worried about trusting him, to get us somewhere safely, and owing him a favor. So I'm just gonna come out with there. We're putting a lot on all of this, so I'm just telling you I'm worried. But I think you did a good job.
I'm worried too, but I think this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're here to help out our friends.
Yeah, that's it.
And save people from a bunch of bald people.
Basically,
so,
yeah.
If this dragon says he can get us there, then we go with the dragon. And if they have lied to us and bring us into a trap, well, I haven't traveled with you all for as long as you've all been together. But if I know one thing about us all, it's we're very good at getting out of traps.
This is true. It's a very good point.
Technically, we are also very good at getting into traps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But it's okay, because we can always get out of them.
That's it, yeah, we got a pretty good track record so far. Cool. Well, I guess... Oh, no, sorry, you. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, and he's going to sort of lean in sort of whisper very quietly.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, we've killed a few dragons before. What's another one?
That's true. That is very true.
We can, and he sort of gives him the side eye and goes, we can take him.
You're right. You're right. True. Yeah, we can kill him. It's fine. We're pretty good at killing things. Quick
But it
question.
won't come
then.
to that.
No, it won't. It won't. It won't. You're right. Cool. Well, Newman said we'll probably have to shut up for a bit while we're doing all that, because, you know, dragon stuff. I have a quick question that I forgot to ask you about last night. Yesterday, when we were all talking... No, the day before. Time is funny at the moment. We were talking about, you mentioned your house. Russ said your house isn't finished. We celebrated that, like, 3 months ago. Your house being finished before the fireworks. What's that all about?
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, and Rook and, like, Newman said they haven't been. Like, they didn't
No.
go to school.
No, they
Or
haven't.
the tattoo.
No.
Which looks very nice, by the way. I say that all the time. Like, you know, like...
Thank you. It's very difficult. I sometimes can't see if it's still there, but it's good to know that it is.
It is.
Oh, good. Yes, no, I didn't tell anyone about the house, or the tattoo, or the school, or about a lot of my life.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that now.
Well, I just wanted. I mean, you know, I'm not very good at talking to people about.
I know, you
myself.
don't have to be. Yeah. It's
and
fun hearing about you.
I felt that it wasn't important, except when I was talking to you about it. And then it was important.
I can get that. When I talk to you, things feel a lot more important. So I'm glad.
I should probably show them the house, though. That's sort of.
It's a very good house. Like the garden, everything, the seasonal garden. It's a very nice house.
So I can introduce them to the bees.
Yeah, Frank and Martha and all the others.
And yes, and all the others, and the Stephen and Stephen too.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the parts of you are good.
They're probably not ready for the bear yet, but that's.
Yeah, no, your bear friend. I don't think that's an interest. Yeah.
Well, actually, no. They might be ready for the bear, but I don't think the bear's ready for them.
That is true. Definitely not Anya, at least.
No.
Yeah.
No, one will definitely kill the other.
This is true.
No, that is not a friendly bear.
No, yeah, you know, that does follow me into a mild panic attack every time. You're like, oh, I did a high five with the bear.
Yes.
It hurt a little bit.
Yes, no, it's fine. We wrestle every now and then, but
yeah,
it's all fun and games.
Well, that's true. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, we'll have to show everyone your house. It's a nice house, and the things about you are nice. It's good to share them with people, but I'm glad you're happy sharing them with me.
Of course.
So, we'll be good. This will be good. We'll be safe.
Of course we will.
Yeah. Just remember, like I said 2 days ago now. Yeah, 2 days. I don't know. Again, time is, it's been pretty funny for me since yesterday. You being here makes me feel brave. So, I think we'll be fine. I think it'll be good. And maybe at some point we can start talking about. We can think about after a bit more. Promise?
Caius is going to reach out and grab Bertie's hand.
Aww. He goes very blue in the face. No, which is tinged with pink, I will say.
Promise.
Okay, I was gonna have a little talk, but can we have one little kiss? Another kiss? Yes? No one's looking, it's just Anya over there, so it's fine.
And he will.
Smooch.
Alright.
Newman catches a glimpse around the corner.
No! His little binoculars.
And he may not be on a trampoline, but he is bouncing like he is on one.
Okay. So, as you all prepare, Borax begins to cast teleport. And in a moment, you collectively find yourself in this space that appears like an endless desert. A sandstorm is raging in the moment that you get here, but in a moment, Borax snaps his talons, and the sandstorm ceases. And as it ceases, you all see this kind of crack in reality. Anya, you can feel it as this magical surge. Borax is...
Anya looks a little bit ill.
Understandable. Actually, I should technically roll to see...
Oh no. Use the magic.
Yeah. Alright. So... that's a nat 1.
We all go to the astral plane.
No, it's not gonna be that bad for it.
We all have afros.
No.
What the hell? Thought you were a powerful dragon.
Darby!
Afros would be great.
It is
Please
powerful.
make sure all their characters in afros.
It is powerful. It is a powerful dragon. That's the problem. It's casting a 7th level spell. So that is number 8. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I think we've had that one, so I will re-roll. So
He turns into a gold dragon. He's good now.
Yeah.
Hallelujah!
He forgets everything that has been discussed in the past hour.
Yeah.
who do we think is the loudest of the party?
Oh yeah, Caius literally has a sword that yells.
Yeah, it's Caius.
Caius turns into a parrot as you all teleport. This
one moment, please. I need to roll something.
This blue.
How attractive the parrot is? It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Anya throws up.
It's a blue, white, and gold parrot. Borax looks at Caius in his parrot form and says,
"Well, at least you don't have to deal with wild magic anymore. That shouldn't last too long."
Good, I was about to say.
Is Caius aware that he is a parrot?
yes.
Can Caius speak?
As a yeah. Yeah, parrots can speak, so...
Are you okay, Caius?
Hey, are you okay? How long is this gonna take? I legally need to know for reasons. Like for caring reasons.
How long does polymorph usually last?
Oh, okay. Can Bertie I suppose even in that fussing then, I know this is gonna waste it. Bertie's gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. So Caius returns.
Actually, before, like, if you want to do anything as a parrot, please do that, bitch. Bertie, you do that after you do the parrot things. I don't want to take that away from you.
So
there would probably be a brief exclamation of surprise in squawk language. Before I'm assuming he's like about Caius's midsection and then just drops. He'll kind of hop around a little bit, not saying anything, and then he'll just kind of, his feathers would puff up and he would just cover his face with his wings and get into as small of a ball as he possibly can.
So he is not okay.
Cool, excellent. Bertie will kind of like just hum over and then he will try to cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. And yeah, no, this is treated as 5th level Dispel Magic, so yeah, Caius re-emerges as himself. So after all of that, the stuff with the Dispel, like turning down the sandstorm and seeing the crack in reality happens. And Borak says,
If you go through there, we'll take you to the streets of New Arcadia.
Anya, who has just finished throwing up and is like sort of leaning on her thighs, spits on the ground again and wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, and to the dragon she, without sort of looking at him, is like, your magic, it feels wrong.
Hey, Anya, are you okay? Bro says while he's like still hunched over. That would make sense. It was not good magic, but I guess it's good we're here.
Is Caius okay? It was...
Hey,
I'm fine, let's go.
Okay. Hey. Hey. Hold hand.
Caius will offer his hand.
Bertie like leans into his side and then kind of like shoots Anya ascending, and while he's doing it, it's like, not okay. Hope you're okay. I will talk later. Sorry.
Anya, she just sort of nods and waves him off in a like, I'm fine, it's fine sort of manner, but she's still just sort of, she's taken her water skin and she's just sort of flushing herself with it.
Throughout this entire thing, Ross has not broken eye contact with Borax and has been holding her tambourine in a defensive manner until it is clear that everything is quote-unquote fine.
Yeah. I think Sam's going to say, I can bring up a seeming again to make it seem like regular Arcadian citizens so we blend in.
And we disguise regardless?
Well, this will last for 8 hours and we'll work on anything but the most close inspection.
And he turns to Borax and then back to Sam. If they were to use scrying on one of us, who would that most likely scry on?
I would imagine Caius. He would likely be the most vulnerable to it.
Okay. so Newman will go up to Caius, and he will cast.
Please.
Hang on.
Just give me a moment.
Bertie puts
okay.
up his hand, and he'll just stand there by him.
Caius is just going to sort of rub his temples a little bit and dismount the dragon, I guess. I don't know if we were on top of it. Also, interesting question. Was Theodore able to join us?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
I am happily picturing a Pegasus trying to hold on to a dragon with its hooves.
It is currently still just a horse.
Oh, yeah.
But Caius is going to wander over to Theodore and whisper a couple of words. And kind of nuzzle up to the horse. And then we'll return to Bertie and Newman. And in the background, you see Theodore's form, aided by the Hat of Disguise, turn into that of a dirty, just like mule, just a donkey. That's, yeah.
A mule! What a good disguise! Almost as cute as Mulesley.
I hope something like that will blend in here. If not, we can try something else.
That's a good idea. Can I do anything to help?
No, sorry, I'm fine. That was just...
Caius.
I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting it.
Bertie looks at Newman, looks back at Caius.
Anya, she kind of reaches forward and grasps Ross's wrist, and she's like, I know you packed for adventuring, not for theater. Caius is human. Humans are easy to blend in. Do you have a scarf? Something we can hide his hair? Perhaps?
I'm always ready. Oh, sorry. Can you hear him purring?
Yeah, we
I'm so sorry. I thought he was being quiet. Did we come here for a second?
It was just for that brief moment.
I was like, drama, delicious.
Yes. Ross speaks in Tabaxi for a second, apparently. Followed immediately by trying to eat all my dice. He's normally better behaved than this. Also, main campaign, say hello to Conrad, my cat.
True. He's so cute.
We met over Discord call once upon a time. But
for audio listeners, he's
so
a
much.
fluffy. Yes, for audio listeners, he's a fluffy black cat, and yes, he takes after his namesake. So Ross is going to look at Anya, and she's going to be like, "I'm always ready. I've always got something." And she's going to dig through her little backpack because she always keeps an extra set of clothes on her. And they're probably not going to fit Caius, but she is going to pull out like a scarf or a shawl or something and help him arrange that and maybe arrange his cape as well to like hide as much of himself as possible.
If it's easier, this armor set did come with a helmet.
No.
We're disguising, not hiding.
Yeah.
Anya, she also reaches into her pack and she pulls something out and she has it sort of enclosed in her hand But she sort of walks up to Caius and she's like, I took this over a year ago, so it could help me go unnoticed in ways that I did not want to be noticed. And she pulls out the green Sylvius silk belt that she stole from the manor. And she's like, she passes it to him and she's like, I can braid it into your hair if you would like, or it can be used to disguise different, wherever you would need.
You're probably the best at this. Wherever you think it should go.
Anya's gonna braid his hair.
Same time.
She's quite quick at it, and it isn't like the box braid style as she does, just the traditional sort of French braid, but she's going to sort of arrange this band so that it sort of acts as a headband and covers a lot of the hair, or at least disguises a lot of the hair. And so that one of the most noticeable things about Caius, his shining free locks, is sort of tucked back and just isn't noticeable anymore.
As this is going, probably about a minute or so in, Caius is just going to say, Anya, when we spoke before about magic, we were both uncomfortable. Are you all right?
It was a lot all at once. Feeling someone change against their will from a magic that is twisted within a magic that already feels wrong is a lot. But it is fine. Because you are safe. And I am safe. And the others are safe. All as safe as fugitives within a overrun country in the company of Blue Dragon can be.
Well, I guess it's up to us to liberate the country so we can get back to what being safe truly means.
But for the meantime, we take safety in the little moments we can.
Right. Let's get to it.
Newman raises a armor sponge and some armor polish. One more for good time's sake.
Why not?
Cool.
Anya, just for 1 second, she's like, I very much understand the sentiment, and I'm sure this is a very touching moment for both of you, but we are trying to make him less noticeable, and your shine job is a little too good, Newman.
Under the shawl. we'll hide it under there and then we'll flick it off at the right moment.
Yeah, we do it all the time. This was my very intention. Sorry, it's just armor knowledge.
I see this is not business I have part in. I am going to leave so that you can polish each other's armor, I guess.
So
I'll go be by the dragon.
And then Newman will also just quickly ask if he can apply some anti-scrying magic. If Caius is okay with that.
Of course.
Cool. Newman will cast non-detection on Caius.
all right.
Which will last for 8 hours. Non-concentration. And Caius is willing. And yeah. Newman is ready to go once he's done with the polishing.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, you all make sure that you are sufficiently disguised. And you step out onto the streets of New Arcadia. And Sam says, all right, this way, I'll take you to the safe house.
Newman looks back. What does he see?
A very small building. So taking in the cityscape of New Arcadia, it's almost a concave city. So as you reach closer to the center, the buildings are actually smaller. The building that you stepped out of is definitely nowhere near big enough to fit the desert that you just came from. There's definitely some extra dimensional stuff at play here.
All right. Cool. Newman continues onwards.
Yeah, it's an otherwise, fairly nondescript building. Yeah, not particularly large.
There's no sign that says like dragon ear.
No.
No. Desert next 5 kilometers.
No. Eventually you reach one of the higher points of the city at its outskirts, and what appears to be a tavern. Sam leads you inside and to a room at the back where there is a trapdoor, and he opens it up and gestures for you all to go inside.
Ross.
Yeah.
Ross will wait for everyone else to go in first, and
Caius will lead.
Bertie will follow.
And right before she is going to stop Sam as he's leading us all in. And Conrad, I swear to God. And she is going to be like, it's go time, isn't it?
I think it is, yes. And as the two of you make that final step, a yes, Newman.
What's the policy on mules in this establishment?
Yeah, so, the hour that you're here, no one's questioning it. There's only 1 or 2 people on the floor, and yeah, you get the feeling from context clues that they're probably a part of the Concord. And yeah, so as you all go into the downstairs, underneath the trapdoor, you're greeted by a blue-skinned, a pale blue-skinned tiefling. It is not that one, Zoe. No.
No, I mean from... Is this who I think it is in the Concord?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about Critical Role right now.
No, I thought you were thinking Fall.
Oh, no.
That would
Too many blue.
pretty cool.
That would be very cool, but there's too many blue tieflings.
There really are.
Wow.
So blue tiefling in heavy, dented up armor, and a long sword on their back. And so you have arrived, and that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Sorry for listening, guys.
Hi everyone, sorry for listening. Have a good week.
See you next
Excellent.
week. Sorry for
Next week.
listening.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I'd just say how proud I am of everyone for tonight. This was a very good night.
It's a very good night.
We made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
There's some incredible scenes. Very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is still more to come.
Oh no, we win next session. It's fine.